Hello everyone and welcome to the GMS Magazine channel. I am Paco Garcia, your host, and I have with me an absolutely delightful copy of Beowulf. Beowulf is a 5th edition campaign setting for 1 GM and 1 player based on the, you guessed by the title, Beowulf setting, myth and legend. This has been created by Johnny Hodgson, who is probably one of the best art directors and most recognizable artists in the world of role-playing game. So I had to go and back this right away when it came out onto Kickstarter. But has this actually been worth the amount of money that I had to back to get my hands on it? Welcome to the GMS Magazine RPG Unbooking videos. I have known Johnny Hodgson for a number of years, a very long number of years, before I started GMS Magazine. That's over 10 years now, which is quite amazing. And he has consistently produced a lot of content that is just incredible. But as far as I'm concerned, he became at his prime when he became the art director for Cubicle 7, because as an art director, he's just amazing. Now, he is also the only person I know who gets really grumpy when you mention that Achilles may have got different powers when sinking and dunking into the Styx River, because the Styx River was meant to be the river of death, and therefore getting somebody invulnerable, it feels kind of weird. So I was wondering whether there could be something else going on at the time. But he's the only person that actually gets that wound up about it, which is in itself remarkable and adorable. It just makes him so utterly adorable. So I had to take a look at Beowulf, which I am going to say many good things about, just because you're going to see that it is worth it. Okay, what do I have in here apart from my jokes? I have a very hard cover with a beautiful cover that, as it's expected, depicts the story of what's going to happen beautifully with very few items within it. And everything is fantastic. And is a magic cover. How? Let me show you. Exactly. That is just absolutely fantastic and gorgeous. And it took me a while to find out, because if you look at this under certain light, it doesn't show at all, but it is there, and it's such a lovely detail. It's amazing. The back is very well utilized as well, explaining exactly what the game is all about, which is what it should do, giving you a small illustration that maybe this could have gone elsewhere to make it a little bit bigger and give you a better perspective of the kind of characters that you're going to find inside. But hey ho, I am not going to begrudge this an awful lot, even though I should, because I'm expecting perfection from this book because of who has done it. The cover is hard. I mean, this is really hard, even though my copy came a little bit damaged because of the transport, but that's just how transportation of books go. Overall, I'm not going to complain too much. Once we open the book, we are greeted with an absolutely gorgeous illustration that I bet Paul Bourne's made, because this is very good. And we get an absolutely fantastic cast of artists in here, which is wonderful to see, really. And a fairly detailed table of contents, which is good to have, to be perfectly honest with you, because we get a foreword and introduction. That's fine, but it seems like it goes from page 6 to 10, the introduction. Is that how it's meant to be? Yes, okay, good. Story of Beowulf. And then the Beowulf setting. New rules for Beowulf, that's good. Now, the setting takes from page 10 to 28. So that's 18 pages of content. That's not bad at all. And the rules go from 28 to 34. So that's about 5 pages. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Character creation. The peoples of Beowulf. That's good. Backgrounds. The hero class. Equipment and ships, because we're going to be sailing, evidently, that's expected, heroic feats, and more than one player, which is a very nice addition, because even though this has been designed to play one GM and one player, the fact is that if we like this, we may want to take it at the table with more people, which is great. Followers is a great thing to think about and a very good idea, because to create a party, if you just have one player, you either adapt the adventure an awful lot, or you actually get followers, so you can make your own party and decide what everyone is going to be doing, and that is top notch. I like that. And then the adventure, and this is the chapter that is grabbing my attention the most, because if I read you, beginning the adventure, preparation to portent, sail and swell, meadhall and mystery, or meadhall and mystery, whatever, I don't know, landing, meeting, exploration, the monster, rest and rewards, player journals, and apprentice heroes. It feels like this is giving some sort of formula, like a hero's journey or journey to the west perhaps, but to create the adventure. And that is very good, because we don't see these very often, and I like that. I like that this has been designed in chunks, you know, get these elements, put them all together, jingle and mingle, and then you have an adventure. Love that. That simplifies the work an awful lot and makes it easier to start with something that you can extrapolate. So that's a very good idea. Then we go on to treasures. We have an adventure, the 3 ogre brothers. I'm guessing it is. And then monsters. I'm very much looking forward to taking a look at these. This should be very good. And then we have an appendix where we get a name generator. That's nice. Game flow. Okay, so that means that there is a formula somewhere. There is the expectation that this is going to follow some sort of route at some point. That would be more or less flexible. I don't know, but it's good. A hole for a hero, a rule for a hole, whatever that means. Monster tables, backgrounds, NPC generator, foreground NPC generator, portent tables. Okay, so we get an awful lot of generators and tables that could help us when creating our adventures, which is very good. I like it. So, as you can expect, considering who are the artists in this book, I'm expecting amazing stuff. And, well, I know that I'm not going to be disappointed with Johnny Hodgson's, because he's incredibly good. You may or may not like his style, I don't care, but I think he's absolutely brilliant. So he knows how to tell a story with very few things. And one thing that I'm liking already very much is that there is no fear at all of using an awful lot of space just to set the atmosphere, which is easily set by just a few brush strokes and some stones. It's brilliant. The layout, 2 columns, very good separation of paragraphs. This is something that I complain about an awful lot in so many books, because it makes it very hard to read and jump from paragraph to paragraph. But this separation is excellent, and the font is easy enough to read. So thank you for that very much indeed. There is a bit of cartography, which is gorgeous. I'm not sure who's done the cartography, but I do like it. I am quite sure that Paul Bourne's done these elements here, because he did the logo design for Dragonmead, and it's very much like this kind of Celtic knotting, and it's just so beautiful. So beautiful. I think he's such an incredible artist. He's fantastic. And everything is so good. And we get some beautiful pencil. And I love seeing this, because pencil is such an underrated medium. You know, everybody, or many people, think that pencil is just for sketching and it's not the final tool to create the artwork. And this proves that, you know, right away, without any kind of counter-argument being at all possible. Is amazing. Is so wonderful. But then I have to admit, since I was inspired by a book of Alan Lee's pencils on the Lord of the Rings to learn how to draw, I'm biased. Love the little details throughout the book. Very nice indeed. How they're using these shields with this Celtic kind of patterns to differentiate between the chapters. That is very nice. As I was saying, we're talking about one of the best, if not the best, art directors in the world of RPG, so I'm expecting perfection from this. So far, I have to say, I am seeing it, which is good. And one thing I'm liking very much is that even though we are seeing illustrations from different artists, the style is very consistent. There's no breakage in the language of the illustrations going inside, which is just amazing. So, I want to take a look at the monsters. This chapter? The treasures? No, it isn't. So good. This is so brilliant. I love it. Okay. Monsters. Yes, here we are. Come on. How could you possibly not want to learn about this? This is amazing. So, what do we get? Sirglon? I don't know how to pronounce these names. Okay, warning. Word of warning. Do not expect me to pronounce Gaelic or Celtic or whatever language this is in the proper manner. I just don't know how to do it. So maybe this should come with some sort of MP3 with a pronunciation guide. That would have been very nice. Hectis? What is this? A hag, it's a witch. That's it. Done. Sorted. It's a werewolf. Hundingas? Hundingas? I'm struggling here. I really am not having a good time with this. Okay, so look, it's Gollum. Oh no, sorry, it's Beowulf. Sorry. Trademark. So this is something else. Oh my god, it looks so nasty, I have to say. Kind of. Yeah, nasty. And there's something else which has got some sort of teeth problem, I guess. And there's a troll with very long. Ooh, survived a very nasty wound there. Poor thing. Who would want to? Oh, it's lost a finger. Wow, poor thing. He's being in a brawl. Must have been a very rough path he goes to. So that's it. Okay. Short answer. Yeah, definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. I mean, I haven't read it yet, but money-wise, production-wise, this is absolutely gorgeous. This is beautiful and absolutely fantastic, and I'm really, really glad. What I would like to see now, of course, as always, is support for this. So more adventures or treasures or whatever it is. And even though I know that the Beowulf myth is fairly contained, screw that, I want to see new things. So yeah, that would be great. Even a conversion table for how to convert other creatures to this, or how to bring these to other realms, that would be pretty amazing. Something like that, or adventure seeds, something. But we need to see more. Maybe some of those gorgeous maps as well, and battle maps, which, by the way, I haven't looked into, but I know they are here. And it's only fair that I find them, because the battle maps in the book are also very, very good and very beautiful. The cartography is stunning. Sorry, I forgot to say to mention this earlier, but the cartography is so good. And seeing more of this with this very distinct style, you know, some Gaelic style would be brilliant. So more please. Thank you very much indeed for watching. If you already got this, I'd love to hear what you have to say. So give me your comments. Please put them there in the comment section. And if you haven't and you are about to get it, please look forward to this, because this is incredibly promising, and I'm so glad that I spent the money on this. Thank you very much indeed, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Take care.